And hello and welcome to another Epic Heroes stream. In this one, we have a lot of things to talk about and a lot of things to do. Hopefully, you actually will attend or get a chance to see the stream. Now, in this one, we're going to be talking about the future of the channel, and we will be going up again at the same scenario of explaining what we have in the game and answering any questions anyone might have. When I say explaining everything in the game, we'll try to go as much as possible, as detailed as possible to everything you can see visually in the game. So if you're interested, hello. Hi, welcome to the stream. If you're actually interested to understand this game that we keep playing, Epic Heroes X Hero, we're gonna go through everything you might need to know about the game and the events and different things, including the artifacts, the heroes, stuff like that, and the channel's future, because pretty much Epic Heroes has been a game we've been playing for over 2 years plus, and at some point it is redundant. It's just a repetition of the same things, maybe a variation of colors or events, and that's it. So we're gonna get to that, but let's actually go and explain, well, holistically what you see in the game. Alright, and do stop me if you have any questions about any section. We'll be going heavy across the game. Okay, let's get started for now. As soon as you open the game, imagine you're a noob, you know nothing about the game. We are going to be going up at different things in the game that you will see as a player, a new player. Maybe you did know or you didn't. So you have different sections of the game. You have the home, you have the space, union, xwar, leave none, but that's actually the doggy area, the heroes, and the chat. These are the sections that the game has that do not change at all. Every section has different things you can see across the game. So in section 1, we're in the home. We're going to be focusing section by section. As soon as you enter into the game, you have the quests, the check-in, the mail, the bag, the friends, and the club. The quests have a number of sections standalone. You have your dailies, which is different parts of many quests in the game that you need to fulfill, and by fulfilling it, you actually get a number of things as rewards, including activity medals or hero medals. Alright, so pretty much it will take you into different parts of the game, and you need to play it or fulfill the condition of matching, for instance, complete fast reward 2 times, complete hero summon once, and so on. The weeklies, they also are the same scenario, but different type of mini quests, and at the same time the weeklies renew themselves once in a week. The dailies, daily quests. Alright, then you have your monthly quest, which is one time in a month, where you actually need to go fulfill a number of mini quests again across the game, and after you fulfill them, you get to select a hero and you get to select one of the creation treasure. So the monthly is just once in a month, and you have 1 month to finish it completely. Achievements, this is pretty much achievements in the game when you fulfill a specific condition, and it unlocks and it gives you good nice rewards that you will love to get in the game. As you can see, after you've completed all of this, you get a bunch of massive rewards across the entire section of the game, leveling up, battling 50 times in the arena, and so on. By the way, guys, if you do have any questions, do ask, because I'm going to be moving away from section to section. And then you have the last section, which is the stellar treasure. Stellar treasure is the chests that we use during the stellar event, and unlocking it gives you rewards. As you can see, there's a number of chests there at the top, and this is pretty much showing you how to get more stellar treasure chests. For instance, aside from it also shows you the location of it, and they're gonna add the price preview next event locked, so that's still locked. So one area is the shopping mall, another area is the star store purchase, daily growth pack, participate in the legend championship, clear star track. Different locations so you can actually get the chests. Second section, we have the friends section. The friends section are friends that you have inside the game itself, and by sending and receiving love, you'll be able to use that love to summon. Simple as that, and we're going to show where you can summon that love. After that you have My Knights, and I like to call it My Knights, My Lord. The entire scenario is for you to defeat a player, and after you defeat it, you defeat the player. You recruit him and he is added to your list of knights, and the knights actually give you money, coins daily. You can set up your defense, and at the same time you can attack other players. Okay, so you would click on recruit knights. You would select a player that he's weaker than you, and by attacking you actually consume or exchange for the energy you're going to be using to attack. You just click on recruit, you will go into battle, and if you win, that player will become one of your knights. This is a recruitment successful, and directly that player is added to your knights, and he's gonna be giving you gold coins daily. So that's pretty much what you have in the friends section. The mail section is pretty straightforward. Any events, any updates and stuff like this. Check-in is daily rewards you get for checking in the game daily. And with the check-in you also have the super value fund, which is a subscription you can buy. Luxury fund, which is also a subscription for 30 days that gives you different rewards. Pretty straightforward in this section on the sidebar. Nothing special. The only thing you need to do is complete the quests, and directly you will fulfill the condition of you finish them. And I see people are coming and going, not that much interested I see in the full explanation of the game. That's fine, we're gonna be doing it anyway, regardless, even if no one is watching. How about that? I stick my tongue out to you. Anyway, this is the summoning tower. This is where you summon and gain more heroes, and at the same time, by the number of summoning you have achieved, you'll be able to get an S plus card or an S card, which is pretty much a copy of the hero. Let's simplify it like this. This is the heroes that are available. After 360 summons, you will gain one hero, and after 180, you will gain one S hero. The free one is something you can do daily. It doesn't cost you any summoning scrolls. The love one that comes from the friends you have, you can use it, and large amounts are needed to actually use it efficiently. Usually 1000 love accumulated would be better, because the X10 is X100 here. Let's see, can we actually get something good? Okay, so we got nothing because it's also difficult in the first place. Aside from that, you have the faction summoning store. Faction summoning store is where you have heroes, god heroes, and universe heroes. This is a universe hero, and this is a god hero, and this is also a god hero. Right, so now we understand we have god heroes, we have universe heroes, and we have faction heroes, the normal ones, which start from the dark faction, the Superman faction, technology faction, nature faction, and this is the god / universe faction. So what is this about? It's a scroll or an energy faction scroll that you actually gain throughout the game, and you would just use it in summoning here. As soon as you reach 120 or at least 60, you'll be able to exchange for 50 shards or 50 pieces of the hero, and you can summon a copy of that hero. Pretty much it's like this exactly. 50 shards, I can be able to summon a copy of that hero. 50 shards, one copy of the hero, and so on. Since the game works by copies in terms of shards and in terms of directly a copy, that is something you're going to be seeing across in the game. Okay, so the summoning tower is pretty straightforward in terms of information, and you also have the summoning guide, which is a bunch of things you can buy, and it gives you recommendation of where you can gain at least common summon scrolls and faction scrolls. And that's pretty much it. And any additional advice if you're a new player will be, I guess you can take some from the advice here in this section. It does give you accurate information on heroes you can focus on early in the game, and they come beneficial later in the game. If you click here, it can tell you where to obtain it, and it can give you some information on the hero, which lineup can match that hero. And it's also you can access your popular lineups from here also, as you can see, these ones. Aside from that, you can always steal a lineup from another player, whether you know about this or not. Alright, let's move into the next section, which is the space section. Feel free to ask questions if you have any. So the first section we'll be looking at when it comes to the space is the cyber bar. The cyber bar is you're gonna be deploying your heroes or sending your heroes to do quests, and after a couple of hours, depending on the star level of the quest, you gain the reward equal to that quest. Pretty much when you're starting off in the game, you're not gonna be able to change the star level per your desire, pretty much. As more you advance throughout the game, the star level is in your control. What difference does it make, the star level? The reward also can match the star level. The higher the star level, the better sometimes, as you can see. I'm gonna select these ones directly. I'm gonna take them regardless. The rest I can actually refresh if there is a specific reward I do not like. So for instance, I'm gonna select refresh 7 stars, and then I'm going to click on the refresh and use blue diamonds. You will see that the star level actually adapts and changes, and you can do it again until the quest itself cannot be refreshed. Why do we do this? Because we might be looking for a specific star level that we want. That's related to the monthly quest, and we do that actually to get at least some quests up to 5 stars, which actually comes in handy. So this was refreshed in a good way, and we got something better than what we had before. As you're refreshing, the blue diamond consumption will go down when a quest cannot be refreshed anymore. It's gonna be stuck on that. So now it's at 30, means that one of these quests is not gonna be refreshed and their star level gonna be changed at all after this. Now we can actually just click accept all, and that's it. Later you will come and claim all the rewards related to those quests. Moving on from that is time travel. Time travel, another section that's a mini section of the game, is very simple. You are going up against the big tree, the big boss. This boss pretty much has different abilities, and you're gonna be in a battle against that boss with a recommendation of certain heroes to use, and so on. It goes up to from level stage 1 until stage 28. The boss becomes stronger the more you advance across the levels, and you can also see the recent clearance of, well, players in the game. For instance, let's watch the Battle of 26, where a player actually defeated the tree in this round. By doing this, you are watching other players as they're battling the big boy nature tree and seeing what did they do actually and what lineup and what heroes. This becomes beneficial so you know what can you do against the big boy tree if you actually want to win a specific stage. So as you can see, this is what's happening in the round. The heroes is using, and Toku is the severe damage causer with Julian. Forest Dancer and Samurai Girl are the ones who are able to cause the high burst damage when it comes to the tree boy, and they're gaining a boost from the Fairy of Music. And the battle will just carry on until the end. And that would be it. You will learn actually from watching the battle that he committed, the battle that he did, how did he win, and gain some insight by watching that specific battle. At the same time, the more you advance, clear levels or clear stages, the game does reward you with either energy to battle again, or with T2 divine stones and vibranium. So we can see the more the levels increase, the tree itself gains upper level increase, the spirit link, and it becomes more stronger. What's the direction here? Pretty much just to keep beating the levels and gaining the shards for T1 and T2. That's for equipment, and for advanced recast toolcast. That's it. That's the only thing you're doing here, is to beat the tree and gain the equipment. Now happily, when it comes to sweeping, I cannot. You need a subscription in the game, so I go into battle in a stage I can win easily. As soon as you win on the screen, the rewards that you gained from beating the big nature tree shows and it's automatically collected. Pretty much we're going to be doing this a number of times, gaining those shards, as you can see, until we run out of energy. And that's it. That's pretty much what we do related to the tree. We just battle and collect the rewards. Second point that is here, Stigmata Zones, Stigmata Zone 1, Stigmata Zone 2, and Stigmata Zone 3. What is Stigmata Zone 1, 2, and 3? To simplify it, it's the place you get stigmata from. What is stigmata? We're going to be going into that later, but the main point you need to know is each section is related to a specific stigmata. So, for instance, the Demonic Ancient Dragon is on the Domination or Evolution, Demonic Zero is on the Banshee or Judgment, and Demonic God of Maya is on Apocalypse or Annihilation. If you need a crash course related to the stigmata, there's many videos on the channel and I'll try to link some later to this video. But the main point is stigmata give your heroes some abilities and they increase their power. That's the main point of stigmata. So each stigmata zone has their own boss type scenario and you're gonna again be going up against the boss trying to defeat him. That is the direction of going in the first place. Alright, let's try and see if we can win. And let's try again. Let's see, how many times can it take until we actually win? Or I actually need to change the lineup completely. Okay. Yeah, there might be a need to change heroes and the lineup. Possible. Let's try to see here. Okay. The thing I wanted to show is when you actually win, you gain a stigmata. As you can see, this is evolution level 4. So pretty much stigmata comes in handy in being equipped to your heroes. Again, the direction, the more you beat the boss and carry on in the levels, the layers, the more actually the stigmata improves in the star level that you gain. That's kind of the direction of it. Stigmata Zone 2 is pretty much the same scenario. The higher you go, the better the stigmata star level drop level can be. The lower you are, you might just be seeing it like it's all good. Yeah, it doesn't really start as all good. It starts off at level 0, level 1, and so on, which is the star level. Stigmata Zone 3 is the new addition that was actually added to the game, and it unlocks at a certain point and it gives you something completely different, Guardian and Sanctity Stigmata. That's pretty much the direction of why we battle in the Stigmata Zone. The third zone, the Collapse Exclusive Dungeon. That is for the exclusive upgrade of the ultimate skill of your hero. It gives you the Chest of Uru, it gives you the Vibranium, and it gives you the Mithril Ore. So pretty much after you beat a certain level, this one allows you to sweep even without you having a subscription in the game. Chest of Uru can be unlocked and you can keep doing it every time the cycle starts and resets itself. Simple. The only thing I might add before leaving the Stigmata Zones and the exclusive dungeon, for the exclusive dungeon when you actually go to battle, it's a number of battles. This one is different in its 3 battles you need to win actually. It's not one battle like Stigmata Zone 1, 2 and 3 and time travel only one team. It's 3 teams. Alright, moving in from time travel to the Galaxy Wanted. Another section full of different things again. Galaxy Wanted is pretty much different stages you need to clear by going into a battle with your heroes. If you clear it, you move on to the second and the third and so on in stages, with a nice ranking board to actually see where you stand and a sweeping functionality after you have achieved a certain number of stages that can give you some energy, some shards and some purple diamonds, with also the option to see if any player beat this current layer you're stuck on. That is pretty much what it offers here. By the way, it goes up until I believe currently 1350. Yeah, that's the max, and it's a long way. as you get stronger, the enemy also gets stronger. 610 while we are at 516. So there is that. And going back, you have different things also here, which is faction wanted. Faction wanted is many stages that by defeating it, you actually gain more HP, attack and critical at, let's call it checkpoints. The checkpoints actually help your heroes become stronger. So if you win another checkpoint and you keep advancing, your heroes will be much stronger. So based on we beat 340 just now, if we go here, we can actually upgrade our HP and attack. It follows a cycle of every 5 levels or 10 levels. Then you actually get a boost, and at certain stages it increases more. So for instance, after you beat 20 or something, you get HP plus 5. After you beat 50, HP plus 10, and effective hit plus 10, and so on. This one, as soon as you beat 350, you get Heart of Tech, HP plus 5, attack plus 5, critical resistance plus 5. What difference does that actually make for you as a player? The difference it makes for you as a player is the attributes, the status attributes. The question you will ask yourself across playing the game: how can I actually increase these numbers? One of the ways actually of how it gets increased, let's see, where was that icon? Not that. Oh yeah, bonus overview. When you go into the bonus overview and then the escalation faction wanted, pretty much, you can actually see the bonuses you gain from the faction wanted, which is in Galaxy Wanted as soon as you open it. These bonuses come at different stages. They will be added to all the heroes from the same faction. Does it matter? Yes, it does. HP percentage, attack percentage, resistance, effective resistance, armor resistance, and so on. If you click on increase bonus, it will take you directly to here. You will enter, you will battle, you will go after the bonuses the more you get stronger, and you can also cheat from the lineups of other players. So that's one way of increasing your attributes in the game, pretty much. Alright, going back to the space, we have Star Trek. Star Trek, as soon as you're starting, you have your normal mode and nightmare mode. The difference, the rewards, pretty much. It's just the rewards. If you're gonna select the nightmare mode, you cannot switch it later and you'll be stuck with it as soon as it starts. It's actually 3 layers, means 3 levels of you sailing and trying to defeat different enemies. It's always in a battle scenario in the first place, battle format. So you need to select one and match its condition to get the reward on floor number 3. Clear a stage that requires 3 teams 3 times. Alright, let's choose this one. Now the difference that this fighting mode is different in, you actually get to take heroes as you're sailing or exploring or advancing through the layer itself, and you can use those heroes only during the battle. So pretty much we're gonna be taking these 2 heroes, and it's time for us to go into our first not so nice battle. So this is lineup number 1, and we're gonna be adding lineup number 2. Yes, you come here. Okay, why not? And then let's see, we need someone on the front line. Gunnable. Alright, let's go into battle. After the battle, you can see if any of your team members or heroes got defeated. All good. You move on and select your buff and move them onto the next battle. Pretty much the cycle is going to be like this: battle, select a buff. You can go to the medical box if you need some HP. Battle, move on to the next one. Select a buff, move on to the next battle. Select a hero and move on to the next one. After you finish the entire layer, you will be taken to layer 2, and you will also gain a reward for finishing the first layer. And then it's layer 2. The difference, by the way, in the nightmare mode, there are curses that affect your heroes the more you advance, actually. So in floor number 1, all allied heroes lose 25% of max HP at the start of each battle. Curse number 2, heroes take damage, your heroes take 40% more damage. And the curse number 3 is the effective shields of your heroes are minus 50%. So it becomes more difficult the more you advance. By the way, if you do actually have the subscription privilege, you can just sweep away without having to battle or do this manually and save your effort and health and wealth and mentality and mind and time. Anyway, the one thing, because we're not gonna carry on, it's gonna take too much time. The Revitalizer is when you screwed and all your heroes are dead, it will revive all your heroes so you can fight again. This is where you can see your buffs. And Haikai, and this is the heroes you can actually utilize during the Star Trek. You can see all of them. Amazing. And this is pretty much if you want to go to the Star Trek store directly. Just clicking on Skywalker will take you there directly. And that's pretty much the Star Trek. It's just sailing and getting rewards by defeating rounds. Next is the Expedition. What's the value of Expedition? To be honest with you, the only thing that Expedition gives you is after you gained the full star amounts in one galaxy, you're gonna be gaining 10 common summon scrolls. Other than this, it doesn't have any value whatsoever for any player. Unless you like difficult battles and like challenging in the game, it doesn't have any value whatsoever. Anyway, you can check the previous, let's call them nice galaxies as they're called, that you've explored, and as soon as you get 30 stars in every galaxy of the same galaxy, or every planet of the same galaxy, you will gain the 10 common summon scrolls. I don't know how to explain, it's ridiculous, but it is what it is. Anyway, one of the things people hate about it is it has conditions of what heroes you can use. If you look down there, right, technology 4, so it wants you to use 4 heroes from the technology faction, and it wants you to use 4 heroes ranger type. And also the condition of surviving, you need 6 heroes to survive with 60% of their HP, and you also need to win the battle. Congratulations to everyone. The conditions are the reasons why you might get less stars after the battle, and you want the 3 stars. As you can see, 2 stars. Hey, why is that the case? Not all our heroes survived with above 60% or 60% HP. How do we know this? We can actually see it from the data, and at the same time, if we rewatch the battle, we'll be able to tell. But of course, the game broke in playing that video. It is fine. It's fine. Anyway, in going back to where we actually were in Expedition, the whole direction is to try hard battles, win stars, gain common summon scrolls. That's it. Other than this, no value. Anyway, moving on. The next area we're looking at. Good job, 2-star better. Yeah, but I want the 3 stars so I can get the common summon scrolls. The common ones. Once you have 30, 30, 30 for every planet in the galaxy. Anyway, the Void Ring. The Void Ring is simply a title that you can gain in the game, and once you gain it, it actually gives you a boost of attributes for your heroes, plus 2% HP, plus 2% attack. That's the whole concept of the title, pretty much. Plus 3%, plus 3%. What's gonna be happening is you're gonna be battling these lovely strong boys on top, that team, and if you win, their level will increase, by the way, and it will keep on increasing every time they're defeated. Like how crazy they have gotten. 1696, as you can see, and you can select a 5 level increase if you win, or a 10 level increase. It's a title pretty much, and the title can be seen directly if you go into your account, and then let's see, you click on your profile picture and you go to title. This is where you can see the titles, and it gives you an attribute bonus that can be seen here. At the same time, there is frames in the game that also gives you an attribute bonus, and you can actually change how this looks. Sorry, it's the status, not the frame. The frame is just colorful appearance visuals, as you can see. The status is the one that is also a frame, but it gives you additional bonuses for your team, your heroes, pretty much. The highest one I've seen until now is the +10 and +10%. This one. I have the +5, a number of the +5 actually, and the +8. Anyway, that's pretty much the concept of it, and you can also change the image of your avatar if you're interested in that mumbo jumbo, as you can see. Yeah, let's yeah, very cool. Nicer on the eye. So that's pretty much the title, or where you can see it related to the Void Ring. Alright, moving on from the Void Ring, because as you can see, the game doesn't have so much things, but each section has too many things. I use Iron Giant. That's good, very good for you. Anyway, you have the arena, which is player versus player challenge area. The arena has different sections pretty much. The Transcendence, the Big Boy area, okay, the Dominator, the Babies, small baby area. Oh, look at that, I got defeated. Savage, this savage level there, right? And after the baby area, so this is the big boys area, the baby area, becoming savage but not there yet. This is player versus player, and it's grouped based on star level, based on pretty much the number of heroes you have awakened. Let's just say it clearly. So the more heroes you have awakened, the more you're supposed to be advanced more in the game, the more it's a different legend league, to put it like that, like in football. So you have the silver group when you're still weak and starting, the gold group when you have more heroes awakened, the diamond group, the dominator, and the legend. What difference does it make? The only difference is going to be in the rewards, pretty much. It increases in the type and increases in the amount. What's the value of these rewards? The dominator metal, for instance, you're gonna be exchanging it for heroes after you've accumulated sufficient enough amounts of it. So you go to the legend mall. This is where you're gonna be starting. This is where you have become more stronger, and then you advance into the big boys league, not really, which is here. Then you can exchange as soon as you have sufficient metals for a copy of one of these heroes. And you can also exchange, if you really like throwing them and burning them, for T2 Divine Stone. Alright, going back to the arena, which I think everyone understands is pretty much straightforward. You're going to be playing matches and battling and so on. You are able to set your team. You're able to set your defense in case you get attacked while you're not playing. Yes, you can get attacked even if you're not sitting and playing. And for any advice, you can always use the arena lineups available for you. And at the same time, let's see what else to explain. If you click on the dimensional battle, it will take you directly to the passes available in the game, which is the subscriptions you can buy, like the monthly and the subscription privilege, super value, and the luxury boys. Anyway, the direction is you will need lottery tickets, the arena tickets to battle, and you would just select a player. You can see the overall power difference. You would go into the battle, and I'm using the skip functionality because I don't want to watch the battle pretty much. And you keep doing the same thing. This is the skip functionality, by the way. If you didn't tick that, it's gonna take you into the battle. No. Go away. Okay. After you've beaten 5 battles or 5 rounds, at 3 you gain some reward, and at 5 you gain 20 blue diamonds. Very straightforward, same scenario. Here for the Space-Time Arena, the only difference, this only opens on the weekend and it has its own ranking and titles. So you might want to compete in the Space-Time Arena if you can. Now the boss here is the one, the ranked the one, and you have the invincible, and you have one man army. What was that, Kai? Unfortunately, they're supposed to be real players. Unfortunately. By the way, if there's a player you would love to play around and compare yourself to them, if you're able to open their profile portrait like view info, click on comparison. Hi. Once you click on comparison, you'll be able to see a number of factors of comparison between you and them, or the player, pretty much the enemy player. You can see the main team heroes. As you can see, we will be crushed. You can see the level also of the heroes. He is in the Spirit Link level 628. Okay. Equipment comparison. He has 24 T2. By the way, you can click on it. It does show information. And you can click on, hold on, this pretty much. This is going deeper into the stigmata comparison, by the way. I see. I'm using this, he's using this. And it's gonna go at each hero 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in positioning in the battle. Okay, so he's using Vital, so he's gonna be using that as an abusive method, and he's using Berserk. We're gonna be screwed up if we actually battle. For the T2 comparison, we can actually look at what he's done, and lucky for us, the game actually allows you to see what attributes he's selected. As you can see, or I actually tried to refresh. Oh, you've been paying. You've been paying money. I see. Nice. The team owns level 20-30 exclusive equipment of one hero, and the team owns 30-40 exclusive equipment. Okay, so he has been paying money in different events, and he has upgraded a number of relics to the max of T1. He's put some effort to increase his force, and the Union comparison, we're both maxed out in the Union upgrades. Union Institute, he's doing much better, and he's pushing harder on the Radar Union, and the rest is okay. Star Tech comparison, yeah, he upgraded more on the God/Universe. An exclusive advancement, he's reached almost the max in Faction Wanted. Okay, so we can see we have 0 opportunity of 0 chances to even win. Gameplay, game name. Okay, yeah, thank you, Kai. Anyway, after you finish the Space-Time Arena, this is pretty much the titles based on the ranking of holding the ranking until the event ends. Less than that, this is the rewards you will get. Pretty much same scenario. And by the way, for the Space-Time Arena, you just select 3 teams. You're gonna battle 3 battles, and that's it. You're gonna be leaving them for battling and for defense if you get attacked while you're not playing. The only difference in this entire section is the Transcendence, because this one, unless you're actually participating in a group, okay, it's once in a month, by the way, this one, you'll actually be betting on who's gonna win. If you make a correct prediction, you'll gain the medals of prediction, and if you gain enough medals of prediction, you can actually exchange them in the store for the Metherol. Yeah, we're going too much in depth and too much advance if you haven't actually watched anything about the game before. Alright, next section is Lost Land. What is Lost Land? Lost Land is exactly as the name says, Lost Land. And again, the same scenario that's annoying for everyone because it's always gonna be a battle format. What was it called? Role play RPG. Yeah, it's always gonna be a role play RPG. Your heroes versus another team. That's pretty much the entire thing this game has to offer. Is use your heroes, improve their relics, equipment, collection items, their HP increase, and so on. What did you say? Lost Land complete. Bro, you completed Lost Land. Really? As far as I got, I just finished the Mize, right? And we're just saying, hey, let's start on Annihilation. They really get strong fast, and the entire thing in you being able to finish it faster, just upgrade the Spirit Link level and the Reincarnation Treasure. The faster you keep pushing on that, the easier you'll be able to actually just beat the entire 15 rounds easier. If you're still losing in a specific round, just keep upgrading. ST, don't get you. Anyway, for Lost Land, it's exactly what I said. Just keep upgrading the Spirit Link level, and we're gonna be going into that, and just keep battling and improving your heroes. That's the only thing you can do. Anyway, after you actually beat, let's call it a stage, still at Void. You're at Void. Ooh, you surpassed me. I haven't even done Annihilation. Anyway, in terms of playing it in the first place, you're gonna be using a team. Okay, this is the bad boys on the opposing side. You need to beat them 15 times. Okay, you get buffs at certain stages during those 15 rounds. This is an explanation for the entire thing. Alright, let's actually reset and go into Annihilation and start from the beginning. And as you can see, we got wiped out and we couldn't even finish team 1 in the first round. Why? Because of light. So unfortunately, light possesses a problem for us in this one. And one of the ways to try and counter light is actually use heroes that can stop her, like Tangling for instance, put her in a vine, or freeze her pretty much. We actually cannot see Elodie to use her. So okay, let's try again. And we got eliminated. So there is certain ways of how you can deal with light, but we're not strong enough to do it now, especially at her stage and her level, and we've dealt with her many times before. As you can see, she is a repetitive hero that shows to try to stop the player. So as we're saying, the main point of why you're in Lost Land is to finish certain stages, gain the rewards, and then just do your sweeping functionality. And each chest, the rewards increase the more you advance. It gives you diamonds, it gives you money or the coins in the game, and so on. There's also the shop where you can exchange for the gold boys for good things, the coins pretty much, and the blue diamonds for, well, certain things like faction, common summon scrolls, and arena tickets and enhancement stone, purple diamonds. Again, battle scenario. Alright, the next section that we have here is the Void Championship. You guessed it, another battle scenario. Okay, Kai, he's telling you he loves you. Good for you. Continue with the brotherly love. Anyway, this actually includes your entire union. By the way, these players are from the same union, and they're going up against the boss. They're battling that boss, and it's a damage-based scenario. Okay, so you go into the battle, you gain the damage. It gives you terrible looking, crappy looking equipment. You wouldn't even put on any hero unless you're just barely starting, and after 10 days you will burn it. Just actually 10 days, you're not gonna be using it. Anyway, after you completed the set of damages, the bar increases, and these rewards will be available for you to collect as soon as the event ends. And yes, they consider it a mini event after mini event after many 1,000 small events. It ends in 5 days. Now, it does show you information that can help you of advice, core damage dealers, heroes that can really do some good damage related to Galaxy. That's the name of that hero. Recovery and shield skills, and supportive buff. So pretty much what they're telling you, create a lineup format from these specific heroes. They will be the best actually, and it's not showing all the heroes, by the way. It's only showing heroes I already have. Take that into account. It's a given recommendation based on the heroes that you actually have, not on all heroes in the game. Alright, let's move into the reincarnation space. Reincarnation space is a scenario of 6 battles, 6 rounds, and the hero cannot be eliminated. Why do we do it? To enter into the ranking, and based on our ranking that we achieved, we gain the rewards of the Metherol treasure. The Metherol treasure is what we're going to be using in the reincarnation treasure scenario. So pretty much we're going to be showing that because this section is almost completed and explaining everything in it. The last thing is the space discovery. Space discovery scenario is very much simplified when you're starting off in the game. You're gonna be going and entering into the jungle, and it's time to explore. And yes, if you beat the entire level, you can just go back and smash them without even... Pretty much you can redo it. So you're gonna be exploring like this, going across the different stages. It's gonna be fun, especially when you're starting, until they get crazy and start adding heroes and puzzles and really retarded things just to make it more complex and challenging. But after you actually have went across the entire map, in our case it's very small this time, you can actually see that there are supposed to be chests on the map, a hero you can actually gain that can help you, but that's at the beginning of the stages in space discovery. Later that doesn't exist. So as soon as you keep exploring, you will find that there's a boss in each stage, and if you beat the boss, the stage is complete. And the second thing you actually need to do is keep walking around and trying to find the chests that are on the floor itself in the stage, and that's it. After you finish, it will show you a completion percentage and you're good to go. As you can see, these icons actually tell you of what's available, and unfortunately the majority of, if not all, everything has been paused except this one. I think I didn't care about getting the lost chest. So this is kinda as an example, the rewards you will be getting and finding them in chests inside the floor itself. Let's enter. Okay, sure. It's gonna be looking like this, and if you go across the map, yeah, it gets severely insane. This is the chest actually. This is how it's supposed to look on the map, and you're supposed to go to it and open it. You gain buffs by actually defeating enemies and opening different things, and also you can see your heroes that you're going to be using in the battles. And that's pretty much the entire scenario of find the boss, get to the boss, defeat the boss, collect the chests, and the stage will be complete. That's the boss you need to get to and defeat, and this is the rewards that are actually there in that small chest. That is space discovery pretty much. Alright, then moving from space discovery, let's go to the Union. Let's actually see what you guys are talking about. Okay, one from Malaysia, one from India, Play Brother, God Slayer. Yeah, but this is actually just to showcase and explain, not to really play space discovery because it's already fulfilled and finished. SMS scene. Tell me, brother. Tell me the secrets to becoming a good player. Money. Anyway, as soon as we move to the Union, The Union again has many different sections. Everything has too many sections. It is what it is. By the way, one last thing, the home actually has extended sections like the home world, which has your base and it has your ships, and we have videos to explain that because I will kill you if I try to explain it now. Just know that one way of increasing your heroes in power and attack is upgrading the star tech. By the time, if you've lived enough in the game, you will eventually be able to max out all the factions to its max, including unlocking all those small little looking circles, because they actually increase your heroes in power and in attack and in force pretty much. So pretty much how you can know where you stand is by looking at these numbers: 1164, 1160, 1163, and 1163. Oh yeah, hero portraits are also added, and unlocking it does give the hero itself, the hero herself or himself, additional attributes. So for instance, so you can understand it in a more direct scenario, let's find Toku. By actually unlocking this, you are playing a little in her pursuit, which will allow her hopefully to do more follow-up shadow pursuit attacks. Kinda. Doesn't really work 100% all the time, but that's kind of the concept of unlocking the portrait there. Alright, moving back to the Union. So you have the Alien Mine, one of the new additions we currently have been added recently in the game. Let's put it like that. It's straightforward, actually. It's more straightforward than a lot of things in the game. You're going to be coming out of your shell and then going across with your pickaxe, trying to destroy blocks. I can just show you by doing it and you will understand. You'll find small chests, and to unlock this boss that has multiple battles inside of him, okay, you need to find the three big chests. So that's one chest, that's the second chest, third chest, and then you can battle the boss. What's the objective here? Defeat each group of teams of enemies and the boss inside of his head. Let's call it like that. So that's another one defeated. And as you can see, we have a bunch of them that haven't been defeated yet. Let's try to help the people and go at the top ones and see if we can defeat them. Okay, that's good. Let's take the 79. So this is going to be an accumulation attempt for the entire Union. Pretty much every player of the Union will get 3 battles, 3 rounds, 3 attempts daily. We need Selkirni. Agree, but it's not gonna be sufficient enough. My Union completed Alien Mine. Good for you. Brother, your ID number. Okay, Kai, give him your player in-game ID number. Go for it. Go for it. Anyway, the entire thing, you gain contribution points from actually battling, and at the same time you gain battle rewards for defeating the entire scenario of battles with the boss. You cannot move to the next layer. Thank you, Kai. You cannot move to the next layer or next stage without actually fully defeating the boss. What does that mean? It's this one, pretty much. Okay, sounds good. So until the rest of the Union complete remaining 11 battles out of 20, and then we can gain the reward, we're pretty much stuck on this floor. You can even see it here. Okay, and then you have the quests, the personal quests and the Union quests. If you're interested in getting that big boy chest that gives you the collection, you need to fulfill the entire thing for the personal quests, which is opening chests and breaking blocks with your pickaxe. As you can see, I have a good chunk of pickaxe. I've been leaving the people to do the work without doing anything, and that's why the activity and contribution level is screwed and very, very, very low. And we have 2 days remaining. After those 2 days, it's gonna end, and the auction house is gonna start. That requires a lot of blue diamonds that it's not even worth it to do it. Okay, and then more. Fantastic. Remaining opening chests and challenging the boss tomorrow a couple of times, and then we'll be good to go. So we're increasing our points directly by just, finding chests and using the pickaxe. And we're being lazy and letting the people clear up the stages. By the way, if you do that, you're gonna be missing and not collecting the full rewards, just so you know. Yes, there is the full rewards, and if you look at this clearly, yeah, see that? Reward drops personal. We're screwed. We only got the auction items. We're not getting everything, by the way. We're not getting everything because we're not really playing. So, yeah, you might be missing some things. Anyway, challenge the boss 5 times in total. That requires a completely different day, and then we'll be able to challenge again because we used all our challenging capacity. In any case, we can always select which faction we want that the collection is going to be, and I think that actually completes it because we completed too many of the quests, which is good. Anyway, we're working on Julia, so we're gonna go with that actually, the nature, and voila, we've completed it. Despite all hopes, we did. Alright, let's exit from that, and that's the alien mine pretty much. Doesn't have that much of things to do. Sacrificial element is player power 150. True, you need high power, especially at stages 9 and 10, or layers at 9 and 10. And Kai is given the hand pink waving. Yes, it does write the emoji like that. I still don't know how the alien mine works. It works by you entering into the alien mine, fulfilling the conditions to be part of it, going out with your pickaxe, breaking the rocks or the boulders or the stones, finding 3 big ugly looking chests that give you rewards to unlock. After that, you need to dig your way until you find the boss. You found the boss, you're gonna be battling the boss directly. The battles, each player, it's a union accumulation effort. You will get 3 rounds to battle the boss. If you defeat the boss, they will tell you thank you so much, and then restart it again in stage 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. As the bosses progress, their overall power becomes stronger, and that's it. You go out with your pickaxe, you collect small chests, you find the 3 big chests, and the entire thing will be closed. This is actually considered cleared, and there's a pathway to walk across the map, but the entire thing will be filled with blocks like this one. And that's pretty much the entire thing. Alright, let's go into what you guys are talking about. Okay, moving on. There's the Mystic Hero Realm. Same scenario, you're gonna be battling, but this one is 50 rounds. After you defeat stage or floor 50, you'll be able directly to just sweep, and that's as far as you can do or go or do anything related to it. Then you have the faction realm. Is there some strategy? Yeah, there is many strategies, because I see my union says to not mine certain things or whatever. Not mine certain things? Why are you turning it as if you're mining something different? Anyway, each cycle of the tech realm or the nature realm or the Superman realm is pretty much a cycle of 60 stages. You need to clear the floors by battling 15 rounds in each one. You will go with your heroes inside the battle, and you will only be able to use with the limitation the faction you are at, the tech realm for instance. Next week it will become the Superman faction, and so on. So we switch between dark, super, tech, and nature, and you have different rankings, and there is a reward for this ranking in the first place. Ranking 1 gets you the cool, very very cool faction realm ranking frame. So very much we're ranked in the Dark Realm 29. Superman Realm, we're screwed. We are not shown in the ranking in the first place of the top, I guess 50? Yeah, 48. For the Tech Realm, we're at the 29 ranking, and that is based on the floor level and the wave that you're stuck on. And the Nature Realm, we're at the 34 on floor 50, wave 15. Floor 50, wave 15. So many people are stuck on actually floor 50 and the last wave 15. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're stuck at, and it's gonna be refreshing and so on. After you defeat floor by floor, the reservoirs you can see here you will gain by defeating a certain numbers of the waves. So 5 waves, that's the 12 million and so on. Oh, you're on the 3rd place of the Tech Realm. Amazing Kai. I wonder if this is the guy who is there. Yeah, that we cannot really click on his profile and open it from this section, but we'll get him somewhere else. And he's above, let's say 400 million, 300 million. Yeah, I wonder how strong are you actually in the game. Anyway, moving away from that, Quantum Invasion. Same direction, one boss, but the difference is he is not alone. He brings his small pathetic minions and you need to battle them. Quantum Invasion is based on you being paired with a different union. In this case, Oh My God versus Inferno Knights. The winner is the one who can cause more damage to the boss and his minions. I know, but I cannot say certain things on the stream, so it's better left unsaid. Everyone can know on their own if they check your account. Anyway, this is actually the place where we can get the Supreme Chest, and we'll explain what the Supreme Chest is also. So the direction is simple. You select a lineup, you try to survive the 15 rounds, and you try to cause as much damage as possible and use the right spaceship to support you while you are trying to survive. You will not be able to take out any of them. They will remain in the battle for the full 15 rounds. As soon as you kill them, they will come back, and they will keep coming back, and they will keep buffing each other and becoming stronger. And you are screwed because you're just trying to cause damage and survive as long as you can during the battle. And you have 2 chances to actually battle, and that's pretty much it. And a shorter version. Now on the dimensional battle scenario, always go collect the rewards first. The direction is very simple for this one. You're entering into a union versus union big battle, big map scenario. Look at that. Look at how big that map is. Not really. Anyway, you have your spaceship. First option or first thing you need to do is actually jam your heroes or your team in the spaceship. Okay, we jammed a part of our team. Fantastic. Now let's exit from here and look at our team. My team. I haven't configured the team number 4, 5 and 6. So let's actually do this, and the configuration is very simple. You'll need a hero you can add in lineup number 1, and then number 2, number 3, and I don't really care about that lineup for now, number 4, number 5, and number 6. And then select the spaceship. Amazing, we have another lineup number 4, and now it's time for lineup number 5. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. Another script. And lineup number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's edit that team again and give that team the Mechanical Queen. Amazing. Now the direction is very simple. You're going to be attacking different towers with different numbers. That's pretty much it. Attack the tower, hold the tower, keep your team inside the tower. Alright, let's actually try to use our team number 2 to attack. Okay, we won. and there is only one team in the entire tower, so we can move into attacking another one. Let's use a weaker team for this one. Okay, and then okay, that's one of ours. Let's attack B12. That's 133. So I don't think we're gonna win, but let's try anyway. So we didn't win and he won. Each team in each fortress can actually take up to 6 attacks, and even if you didn't win or overpower that hero, you can always kick him out by force by continuously attacking until you destroyed his 6 morale points. So he has 2 remaining, and we're gonna be sending him back packing outside of this fortress. Bye bye. And then you're gonna have to attack the fortress again to take it over. That's pretty much the scenario, and that takes us closer to the S1 scenario. The S1, the big boys. Alright, so we're gonna be using all our teams to attack it at once, or at least the majority of them. Why? Because there's too many of them that are considered weak players, and we want as much as high points as we can, as you can see. By the way, each team can attack 10 times and then he'll need to stop. So because they added too many of their players that are weak there, as you can see, the damage output based on that move, there isn't any strong team that can stop us. This is actually 40 rounds, as you can see. So I'm very grateful for them on giving me all the points and the S1. Let's actually see where that puts us in the ranking. Alright, so that puts us at ranking 14, while I'm not even playing and effectively participating daily with them. They made a mistake because they shouldn't add too many weak teams without there being one of the big boys like above 110, 150 something to stop a player from doing that abusive move towards them. Anyway, we took over the S1 and they are surrounding the S1, as you can see, in B11, A5 and B6. What's the point of that number digit? It actually gives more points to hold one of your teams inside it. The A1 and the S1 are the highest, the B is below that, and the C is the lowest. The C is this one. And that's pretty much the concept. As soon as one of your teams are defeated, they get sent back to their home base. This is the base. And then you're going to be starting again your attack scenario, and you have limitations in attack and limitations in actually moving your heroes into a fortress, blah 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 blah. As you can see, that's the attack charge and the reinforcement charge available. Okay, let's move this. See? And then back again. The point is the reinforcement charge, you're gonna be using it up, by the way, unless the fortress you're moving your heroes to doesn't have a timer on it. So even if you have nothing, you can still move your team if the fortress doesn't have a timer. If it has that red looking timer, you cannot move your team without actually consuming the reinforcement charge. So this is 2 out of 2, right? Oh, it's already been used. Okay. So yeah, there is that. Anyway, the direction, of course, is to fulfill these quests and then summon the Juggernaut by the point system. And after you summon the Juggernaut based on your points and based on the, I guess, the ranking that your union is standing on, right, you will get rewards. Also, there's the union ranking. These are the rewards based on the union. We only have 2 unions participating, I think. There isn't number 3 and number 4, which is weird. And then the individual ranking, you can see the rewards for it. This is actually how you can gain gems, more gems in the game. Okay, I don't know. The game is a little bit screwed up in matching when it comes to the union I'm currently in, because I don't care that much. Anyway, we finally got to the xwar scenario. Xwar is where you are going. Can you guess it? Can you guess it without me saying? You're going to battle. Yeah, it shouldn't start unless you have 4 unions, but at the same time, they cannot stop it, because how long are you gonna wait until they find a union for you? They're trying to match Union power against Union power in the same equivalent. Because if they give Wales a union of players that are just starting the game, the Wales will always win and the weak players will always complain. Anyway, xwar. xwar is an exploration scenario of the world, pretty much. And yes, it is actually supposed to be different parts of the world. You start off at New York and then you move into God knows where, because these aren't names actually Silent Land. Anyway, here we can at least know that we're in some part of Europe, Paris, London. And then Infernal, let's just say they're taking you to hell. Pretty much it's a stage or a location that has different stages, that has different enemies, that has different heroes, that gives you different star levels. The star is the thing you're looking at for the completion of this quest section. The hero's pathway, pretty much. The more you complete it, the more you'll pass to the next one, and you'll gain this pathetic reward positioned there. So with the current one we're actually at is obtain 120 in xwar 42. So xwar 42 will put us at this one, and you can see the star scenario. What am I doing currently? I'm trying to power up more and get those small pieces of stars remaining in across different stages, and then that will give the completion for this one, and we can start the challenge of number 33, and it will keep on carrying with you until challenge 40, where you can get a copy of Anubis, and you will gain a copy of Queen of Desert at 38, and 36 will give you one copy of God of Sky Zeus. And as you can see, the rewards progressively go across the challenges. There's even one that gives you time, challenge 30. Okay, Fury Wave, Indira, and so on. There's even Light, I guess, at some point, but not to be seen. Fast reward, on the other hand, is you're just going to be using your blue diamonds and you're going to be getting a bunch of rewards. These rewards improve and increase the more you advance in xwar. Simplify it like this. Should follow the union level, not points. They actually try to do that. I'm not gonna lie to you, they actually try to do that, but they cannot always match it correctly. Anyway, where we're currently at is xwar. Okay. In xwar, there's also the gold finger where you can exchange for your blue diamonds directly for coins. It helps if you need a small amount to jam it fast and use it. And that's pretty much when it comes to xwar. There isn't something that much about it unless you have a very in-depth specific question. Sorry, what was that about xwar? What does higher level gives you? Okay, when I talk about higher level, it means advancing in xwar. I'll explain what difference does it make. Let's say you're at 30, 32 xwar, okay? It affects your auto yield, okay? It affects the auto yield. Past xwar level can increase the auto yield reward, so it does have an effect on that. No, don't do that. Let's try to conquer that. Just a second. Oh my god. What is that? Okay, that's the new skin. And we failed. Okay. Anyway, back again. So the auto yield can actually improve. Do you see? I don't think anyone ever explained this to you. Are you looking at that 612/5S? Okay. Compare that number to your account and compare it to a different account. You're going to be noticing the following. This is telling you that every 5 seconds is going to give you 612 gold coins. And because of the VIP level, it's going to be plus 120%. The auto yield increases the more you advance in the stage of xwar that you got to. So for instance, I'm going to try and show it to you if I can advance in a stage that it will start showing the icons of green and going up, up, up. If you actually beat a stage. Let's see, can we actually win? Okay, we got screwed in the last one. No, it's always the last one that really gets you, or the second one, or sometimes the first one. It's never the third. Okay, that's the third. Anyway, the main concept is, actually you can say it here. If you beat this, okay, this is what's gonna actually be increased. See those three numbers? Those three numbers? So as much as it seems like it's very small increase, it is actually increasing. 613, 935, 686. If we carry on, 615, 944, 691. So the auto yield increases by advancing in xwar. Simple and straightforward like this. And this of course is affected also, so you can actually yield better crap than what it drops. Also the subscription privilege has an effect on it also. So as you can see, these are all the random rewards you might be getting. Okay, the more the auto yield is better, or the subscription and or both, the more this crap will actually be better and improved. As you can see, that's a T1 Divine Stone, that's an experience, that's a task card or a lottery tar. No, that's actually for the cyber bar, and so on. So I hope now you understand why we try to advance in xwar, because it will give us more money. Yep, yours is 866 and 995. 866, 995. As you can see, 612. So you're even better than the numbers I'm seeing. And as soon as you complete all the quests of the daily, you get those rewards. You can jam in something in the weekly, and then you click on the hero's pass for the points you accumulated to gain those rewards on the side. That nice looking things. And that's pretty much what we're doing in the game, actually, only playing these scenarios. Alright, so going into Doggy Land, one of the things that brought many players to actually play this game is the Doggy Land. Pretty much, I'm speechless, honestly. Anyway, let's click on the screws, move the screws. I don't know why they added that shape. It's not something funny, but okay. And it's a sort of puzzle scenario. Let's put it like this. Yep. Let's try. What remains? We wanna move this, and at the same time we're kinda screwed, so we're gonna be moving something like this. And yeah. This pretty much screwed it up and closed it for us, and then you're gonna be refreshing. The main concept of doing this entire thing is to actually gain, okay, looking good, to actually gain the, yeah, I screwed it up again. I didn't used to play this actually. So you can get the common summon scrolls. The whole direction is to go through these stages for the common summon scrolls and for the rewards that can improve as you pass through stages. Before it was save the dog from the bees and stuff. Now it's a little bit different in the style of the game. Can you play it unlimited times for your own amusement? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, unfortunately they screwed us over with what you're seeing. It makes me speechless. It's so disappetizing to see. Congratulations. It's already been collected, by the way, so they will give you nothing. That's pretty much... I don't know what to tell you, honestly. It's called Leave None, so it's not supposed to be labeled like this, but anyway. At the same time, across the entire game, you can see that VIP 10. This is the VIP level that you gain by actually spending money in the game and collecting the daily VIP points the game gives you. As you're going across the VIP levels, you'll actually be gaining some useful gifts at some point, starting at VIP level 4, the frame for 5% HP and 5% attack, And then you're screwed, nothing useful except VIP level 6, 20 common summon scrolls. Again, you're screwed again and carrying on until you reach VIP level 10, which is one of the best frames in the game. The frame for HP plus 10 and attack plus 10%. And then if you made it to VIP 11, you get a copy of Light, and the love continues. If you manage to reach VIP 13, you'll finally gain one dark artifact, the Abyssal Boots. So that's a good boy, that's a good thing. And it just carries on until VIP 16. The points after VIP 7 or 9, after VIP 9, they really start to become very, very immense in how much you need. I gotta connect the dot. I'm still on the... okay. So yeah, different for different servers and different players. Anyway, holistically, this is what the game has to offer, by the way. Alright, so in the next section, and we're gonna circle back to something we just saw, the reincarnation part. This is pretty much the chat where you can communicate with your union members. Interesting. There is a hero that got removed and a hero that got added. Okay. Alright, so you can ask for shards, and you can gain one shard for a very specific hero from the list that's available. You can select, you can actually see your server chat, the holistic chat, everything and everyone, I guess. But it's actually a channel which you can change it. This is the English channel 14, by the way. You're supposed to be able to change it. Has anyone... yeah, it actually did happen. Yes, it did happen. But it's so rare that a person might spend a couple of years and it might just happen once. Yeah, it's that very insanely rare. Anyway, the point of the union is for you to communicate with your union members. This is the entire server, and this is pretty much a little bit on the global aspect, and it's the entire English channel. So you can hide the VIP or block the world where they cannot, you will not receive messages from them. You can block the union so you don't get any notification or messages from here, pretty much. And you can block the holiday chat, or pretty much it's updates and pop-ups and different things. You're annoyed. This is the private chat. Yes, you can actually communicate with people privately. You can write to them, but of course the game does limit you in what you can write. You can also help your lovely union when they actually make requests for different shards and pieces, and you can be a jerk and send them something like this. And you can... Doggy, hi, I see you. You can do this. Hi, take that. And this is the Kai. Mr. Kai, this is your account, right? And we can see Mr. Kai is doing much better even in comparison to my account. And by clicking on a comparison, playing on the 602. Kai also plays more time than me actually on the game. 24, 36. Good job, Kai. Good job on that. Gem comparison, you went hardcore on the 34-star gems. Nice. Relics, you went full board. You were able to achieve it. Good. And the force, you haven't really pushed hard on the reincarnation force. And the advancement in general is fantastic. Here we can see one of the heroes. Really? It's not yours? Okay. That works. In any case, we can see here. It's just another Kai, but Kai first. So, what do you call them? Fan type accounts. So you can see the fan type account here. Looking good. Nice. 3 collection. And the Genesis dagger, which is accurate for Allura, Storm Falcon. Then we look at something nice. The sneaky approach of using angel wings on Baron. Maxed out and using Thorn. This is the stigmata area, by the way, and we're going to be showing it in my account. Good. Looks nice. Take this. Add a friend. We just sent a friend request to whoever that is. Anyway, this is the reincarnation space, or actually reincarnation treasure place space. Let's call it that long name. It's simple. You have something called the forge. Explode. Boom. Crystal ball. Okay. So the concept of the forge is you have metal. Okay, you're gonna be putting them in a forge as if you're mining or producing gold or something. Okay, after you put them there, pretty much you gain points, and you can use those points after you reach 1000 to exchange for one of these lovely looking good boys once in a month. Very straightforward. This is the point system based on the type of mineral, and to unlock more of the forges you have to pay the monies. Other than this, normal player stuck with 3 forges. Alright, after that, yeah, I have a lot of, I know. Anyway, after that you have different sections: the galaxy, the Chronos, the sanctuary, and the creation. The whole concept is, okay, I'm gonna get shards of this thing, regardless of its name, and then I'm gonna advance it. Okay, that will increase its star level. Now it's a star level 3. This is a star level 5, and I can level it up by, instead of advance or it's advance and enhance pretty much. Alright, so I need to get it to level 60 and then keep upgrading the star level. And okay, it's gonna give me attack and power and attributes. So it's enhance and advance, or enhance and awaken. One will actually increase the star level. Wow, look at that. Finally, after many years and years, now it's star level 5. And then this one will just increase the level and make it more stronger. What's the point? It gives you attributes. It gives all your heroes HP, attack, and critical, broken armor. Of course, it depends on which one of them you're speaking about. So for instance, all units gain critical resistance. It's not the same as this one, where it just increases attack. Literally, it's just talking about attack there in the text. This one just increases the collection of money from the auto yield and holistic across the game. So stuff like this actually makes a difference, because this can increase the attack, and this one will increase the faction bonus for the Superman. Another one will just increase the HP. So it kind of depends which one you're upgrading, because they're not all the same and give out the same thing. That's an important point. The direction concept is very simple. We want to get all of them to level 60 and 5 stars. This is the current one we're working on. The more we upgrade it, the more attack it will actually give all our heroes. So that's one way to increase the attack and HP and attributes of your heroes. I've just upgraded them pretty much. This maxed attack, okay, looking good, additional HP, and so on and so on. So you can see that the attack, this is the number we gain as a bonus to all our heroes. Critical, this is the number we gain as a bonus to all our heroes. Broken armor, and so on. And that's pretty much the entire scenario when it comes to the lovely section of the reincarnation treasure. On the opposing side, you also have the shopping mall, and exactly as it is, as the name is. You're gonna be clicking on different things, okay, and you're gonna be using your gold coins and using your blue diamonds. See, simple like that. You are exchanging pretty much, and at the same time you have different sections. You can exchange for heroes also. You can exchange by using the blood phrasal, which you get by destroying B-ranked heroes. Sounds good. Legend mode, you can exchange for heroes by using the metals. Depends, of course, on where you're stuck at in the championship. Alright, this also looks good. It's the relic store. So you can get the prism shard and exchange for a specific relic, okay, for a specific hero. The red ones. The ones I keep calling the red boys also. The treasure shop is related to the reincarnation space. This one actually has some value, so I'm not gonna play too much in speaking about it. This has value because if we actually have any shards of repetitive or duplicate treasures and we can exchange it, we can get the reincarnation meteor iron. What difference does it make? It speeds us up and we can just use it to exchange and then upgrade without having to wait until the reincarnation champion dominator championship, whatever it's supposed to be called, actually reincarnation space fights, this one, before it's actually settled. We can actually exchange for more and upgrade our reincarnation treasure faster. Yes, it's reincarnation space called there, and this is reincarnation treasure, and it doesn't really have a difference too much in the name or something that really identifies it. But the most important thing is we can actually speed up the entire scenario of upgrades with getting some of the meteor iron. So it does actually have some value, and you need to know this. These two specifically. Stigmata shop. You're gonna be exchanging for the shards you gain in battling in the time travel for stigmata. Pure and simple like this. And the majority of them are trash, and you will not need them unless you're wanting Banshee, for instance, maybe something specific. But after that, the game has added so many stigmatas that are much better than this, so you're not exchanging for anything of value in the first place, not that much. And you can get it from time travel even without exchanging in the first place, if you get lucky. Anyway, the deconstruction store is one of the good parts of the game, where there is something called the essence, and there is the colorful essence, and there is the spirit essence. This is based on the heroes ranking. So this is S+, this is S, and this is A ranked heroes. What can you do with that number? Just collect the same number and exchange for anything you want directly. You can see visible on the screen. That's it. That's pretty much the entire direction of it. The benefit comes from you can exchange for enchantment stones, the purple ones, to upgrade your level faster, and piles of gold. How can you actually do this? Let's actually see. Recycle station is the place where you destroy equipment and things you do not need, so remember it carefully. We're going to be selecting a number of heroes that are actually going to give us the spirit essence. Pretty much trash heroes. We do not need them pretty much. Okay, so we selected 10. We're going to deconstruct them, destroy them. We got the spirit essence and we got the recycle. The spirit essence and the colorful essence. I don't know why it showed that text, but it's pretty much the colorful essence and the spirit essence. Now that we have spirit essence, okay, so we got purple diamonds by just destroying heroes and exchanging it, and then we're gonna go and find that purple diamonds that we have. Let's actually look at how much we have. Too many things. Blinding. Let's see, where is it? Okay, so currently we're at 21. Let's imagine a scenario, it's at 21. We actually want to upgrade. We need 24. So what I would do in that scenario would be, okay, we need to destroy a couple of heroes that are useless for us and exchange it for the purple boys, the purple diamonds. Let's take another one. Okay, that's 1200. Let's see, what other heroes can we give up as sacrifice for this? Yeah, that should be enough. Okay, now we have a larger amount. We're gonna go back, we're gonna exchange, we're gonna push, and there is a limit, by the way, for how many times you can do this in 1 month until it refreshes. It's a maximum of 30 times. Notice that, 30 times. Right, let's see how much we currently have. Okay, we have 30k. Fantastic. Now I can actually upgrade to the next level. Bam, easy. Another section, of course, you can always go crazy and try to refresh this by blue diamonds, but blue diamonds are worth much more, and then you're going to be spending a lot of money, 4 million, 4k something, I don't remember, for exchanging or buying it for a 1000. So that's another scenario where actually exchanging directly in the reconstruction store can become beneficial. I wouldn't recommend you doing it in the colorful essence unless you're dying and to the max and there is no other option. Better exchange for S plus ranked heroes. Take that S plus ranked hero, destroy it, and exchange for the essence. Each hero will give you 100 essence. And then there is the prediction store, we talked about it before, where you can directly exchange by the prediction medals for Mithril. Alright, so that's pretty much when it comes to holistically looking at the game. And of course, you've noticed until now, there's different things stuck there on the side, which is the events that the game actually has on a weekly basis. Pretty much play the dailies, collect the quests, do mumbo jumbo, and whatever it's gonna be kind of the same concept or the same idea of you need to do and play the game, the entire game almost, and then you're gonna be entering into the event and seeing what is it actually requiring you to do. By fulfilling that, you'll gain whatever reward or whatever thing they have. And when it comes to this specific one, the chest of Uru, I do value that one actually. So now we have a number of quests, as you can see on the entire scenario of the screen, and I think we're gonna have to do the casino sweep scenario, or actually slot. Yep. Most players dislike watching the animation, so that's pretty much how we try to escape from watching the animation and that screen and the icons and the logo. Why did I do this? Because it's requiring cost 20 stamina in home world, and we're almost close. We just need one last one, so we're gonna change the energy to level 1, and that's it. That should actually fulfill the entire condition for that. The remaining ones, awaken a hero, awaken, and and summoning. Lab of Awakening is something also we need to look at, is where we actually awaken the heroes to a better awakening and they become stronger. Smart Awakening, of course, is holistically the game will find the robot you have and is going to be using it for a copy to actually upgrade one of your heroes, awaken them. So this is excellent. The bot can be used as an excellent sacrifice, and then it will give you out a hero that's excellent plus, as you can see. Another type of awakening is not using the bot scenario, but we already used all of it, fortunately. It's selecting copies of the same hero. So for instance, you have a copy of Bonnie. If we have another copy, the both excellent can consume each other, and then the upgraded copy of the legendary plus can eat them and then grow and become a higher awakening. Oh, thank you. You got 33 gold nuggets. I don't know if you're mocking that 33 or what, but okay, thank you. It's a small number. Anyway, so that's kind of the awakening scenario. If you're going to be awakening heroes, you just need copies of the same hero. Like, okay, I'm going to awaken him, I need 2 copies, and that will awaken. And then I have a more awakened copy, which will consume that excellent copy. Pretty much, that's kind of the concept. And holistically, the game has many heroes, as you can see. The list, they keep adding more and more heroes to the list. Ordinary B heroes are not going to be increased. Legendary heroes A will never be increased. Mythic heroes, not that much, but S plus ranked heroes, yeah, they will always keep on increasing them. This is actually how your heroes can look, and based on the awakening, the frame around their image is going to change in color and shape. You go down. Okay, it's looking a little bit red, a little bit white, a little bit yellow, and a little bit purple, and it carries on until you start seeing it's very, very purple or blue. So the frame actually does tell us the awakened level that the hero is standing on. Aside from that, in the Spirit Link level, after you break the Spirit Link cap, you need to add your hero there, so whenever there is Spirit Link increase, your entire heroes actually follow. So the entire scenario of adding heroes there is by actually unlocking more slots or purchasing the slots. Very simple. The more heroes you add, they will automatically go from level 1 to level 517, or regardless the level you're at. The level itself can be increased to the max cap. The max cap can be increased pretty much, and the upper level limit is 700 currently. Supposedly. Anyway, you need to add more awakened heroes, and that's how it will surpass the 590. So this is not adding anything. Same scenario. You need awakened much more than that, so you can actually increase your level cap. Now, in looking at heroes, okay, sure. Looking at heroes, this is how you actually upgrade your exclusive, and it follows a cycle of the requirement can be different once you are beginning to upgrade. What does that mean? Okay, sure. Okay. Calm down, King of Hell. The Vibranium ore, you start using it after you reach an exclusive of level 10. Before you reach an exclusive of level 10, hold on, I'm trying. Before you reach an exclusive of level 10, okay, yeah, the anger. Before you reach an exclusive of level 10, you're gonna be using the Mithril ore, and then you're gonna be moving to the Vibranium ore, the golden one you just saw, okay, and then eventually, after you've reached level 20, you're gonna be switching to the ore, the Uru, pretty much. That is the main thing we use to upgrade our heroes in exclusive. Each hero can have an exclusive that goes up to level 30 or level 40. If I remember correctly, S heroes only are the ones who are stuck at level 30. S plus heroes on the opposing side can go up to level 40. The difference is the more the level increases, the stronger the hero will be, and it unlocks the skill more and more. Other than this, we also have in the game a number of equipment that can be given to your heroes, whether it's the Guardian Gems, the Divine Will. Think of this as angels and this as demons, to simplify it, and this as Guardian Gems for Guardian. Each one of them possesses a specific skill or a specific unique attribute, and it should be given to a hero that matches it. And you can always read the complete background story if you're into that. Divine Will, same scenario, but this one is linked to Zeus and a number of Greek methodology mumbo jumbo. Anyway, clicking on the image itself, it shows you the skill itself, and it shows you what attributes is it focused on. So HP and damage immunity, this will pretty much match more of a tank or a healer or a support. Fatal Judgment, attack and accuracy, it probably will match a DPS, and so on in what skills it has. Increased critical damage resistance, HP and critical resistance, this is probably gonna be for a support or a tank. The Prelude of Evil or the evil artifacts or dark artifacts are tailored more on the offense and defense, but more on the offense, pretty much. If you have enough Prelude of Evil, you'll be able to kill and destroy any boss or anyone in the entire game if it's upgraded to the max, and there's too many of it. That's why the big boys are spending money, they use all of it pretty much. They're using the heavy stuff that's difficult to get in the game, and you need to spend a good chunk of money to get it, and that's pretty much how they can always eliminate weaker players and cause an imbalance of power. You spend the money, you can beat them to hell, pretty much. Anyway, after that we have the gems. This is left because I'm still working on a specific gem I wanted to collect and then add. Why do we upgrade the gems? Because the level upgrade and the star upgrade, it gives you more attack and more HP as you upgrade, and more attributes for your hero. Straightforward. Equipment wise, we talked many times about this. It's upgraded from normal equipment and then T1 and then T2, giving you a resonance attribute, which actually helps strengthen your hero, make them stronger. Relics, same scenario. You have 9 slots for 9 relics. Take the 9, upgrade them. you'll unlock additional skills. The level pretty much of the skill itself that your hero has, this is how you can upgrade its level. The more you upgrade it, the more you reach something like this. Enhancement, Relic Enhancement Master level 6 HP and attack plus 6, and the bonus overview. This is what we care about. The critical increase, critical damage, effective hit, broken armor. Increasing this is actually what we need in battle, and it's actually can be seen in the attributes. This is actually what will make your hero stronger in battle, the attributes. And holistically, there is also the summoning of the relic cube. You pretty much are collecting them across the game in many different ways, and you're using them as a currency to summon. This is pretty much the relics you just saw earlier. So you can summon it like this. It's always better to do the X10, the 3000. Yeah, we got nothing. Anyway, as the bar progresses until 100, you can actually have a wish list. The wish list is you add a hero that you wish to get a red relic for that hero. For instance, let's actually create a better wish list. It might accidentally be summoned actually while you're doing your summoning. So always having the heroes you want in your wish list can be beneficial. Aside from that, this is a red boy relic selection card. Means as soon as you finish, okay, you can actually just select the hero and it will give you automatically the custom card, the relic for the hero. That's one of the reasons why we summon until 100, because we want to get this and get a relic tailored specifically for a hero. And then we will keep doing the same nonsense of doing that move until we fulfill all the relics being refined or being upgraded to T1, like this one. An example scenario of that will be Toku. Of course, the attributes are much better. The T1 is all upgraded and it looks much fulfilled. Let's put it at like that. Anyway, exclusive level 40 does make a huge difference, including of course having the very nice collection, which is accurate towards what type of hero you're using and upgrade it. You need to infuse it until you take it to level 20 fully, and that actually does help in battle because you unlock the critical resistance, critical damage resistance, and the critical damage resistance too. And looking at the attributes, critical resistance, critical damage, and critical damage resistance, we finally actually managed to break the cap of 100% critical damage resistance. The point of critical damage resistance is when we're actually going in battle and we're being attacked, and I think the internet is being killed at this time. We're being attacked by an enemy and they're using their ultimate skill, so it does come in handy in battle. Let's see what you've been written. Okay, no one wrote anything, thank God. It's just breaking from the phone and the lagging. Anyway, that's pretty much, I think, a holistic view of almost everything you can see in the game. If we missed anything, do let me know. By the way, that's the Union Tech. You start off baby style, upgrading it. It gives you HP and attack and different attributes for your heroes. As soon as you start maxing it out, you'll move to the second one, third one, fourth one, and so on. And then you'll be stuck in the Union Institute of wanting to upgrade all of them. This actually will help you massively in Galaxy Wanted and Expedition. This one specifically, more than anything. Why? Because it can allow you to take less damage in battle and escape from certain effects that heroes can do. Increase the difficulty of that effect hitting you, like twining, paralyzing, stunning, critical damage and critical damage resistance, warrior critical resistance, and critical damage resistance. So all of that does help in battle itself. Now, since we got to this stage and we're closing by to the end of the stream, it's time to give an update related to the pathway of the nice channel that's been running for quite some time. To simplify it, I'm gonna introduce new games to the channel, whether anyone likes it or not, and if anyone has a problem, please do have fun writing it in the comment section. So yeah, Epic Heroes is not gonna be the only game anymore that can be seen on this channel, and you're gonna be seeing less and less content of Epic Heroes unless there's something specific, something massive, a very specific new event, something different. Other than this, we're not gonna go at, let's just repeat the start track 100 times, let's repeat the plane badge 100 million times, and it's all still exactly the same. There will be, of course, daily gameplay, there will be updates, there will be everything exactly as we are, but we're not gonna keep pushing on looking like idiots and then playing the same thing here 100 times every time it comes out, and you need to watch it as if there is a difference. Do you even know that I can just upload the same thing and no one will know? Pretty much same gameplay, same actions, just keep re-uploading it again and again and again and again. So there is no point of keep doing that. Just, hey, look, it's the Satari, let's do it again. So we'll try to limit the repetition as much as possible and focus more on maybe expanding into a different type of game, at least showing it one-time gameplay, something. But of course, Epic Heroes is stuck with us until we all die, unfortunately. Anyway guys, thank you so much for joining the stream. I'm aware that more people will have more time to watch it later. Do leave a like, an innocent like, share the stream, a comment, some subscription. Go to the comment section, write, I know what you did last summer, I am coming for you. Write something like that. Liven up the chat area at least. Doesn't really matter, just say I was there. Not I'm here, no, I was there. Just say anything. Anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm not gonna take you into the remaining boring parts of the game in terms of this is your bag and what the bag has. I think eventually you'll be able to figure that nonsense out. It's just all the resources you collect in the game. Alright guys, thank you so much for actually watching the stream and supporting the channel all these years. The how, by the way, is by not using it and accumulating, hoarding it. Sorry for the late response on that. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in and supporting the channel, even though we're still little baby fishes on YouTube. Yeah, it's sad. Alright guys, we'll definitely be seeing you in an upcoming stream, hopefully next month, maybe after 2-3 weeks from now, and back to our daily schedule of the channel in terms of videos, and 100% will expand with different types of content unrelated to Epic Heroes. Alright guys, thanks so much, and definitely we'll be seeing you in an upcoming video, and have a great night or evening or morning wherever you are ahead. Bye bye.